Boop, 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 bobbing along. Hi, we're Stuart and Emmie, and we've lived on our 57-foot narrowboat Annie for 2 years now. We were travelling towards Sheffield to be closer to my granny when disaster struck at the end of July. Our engine stopped working on the River Trent. Some kind boaters got us to Newark, where we've been exploring and making onwards arrangements. Now it's August and we're being lifted out at Newark Marina and being transported by road to Nationwide and Thorn. Join Stu as he prepares for all this single-handedly while I'm away working.
So, I think I need to clear everything off the roof before we get lifted out, which isn't too bad. It's not so much the lifting out, it's the onward transport. It actually isn't too bad, it's just the plant pots. The only thing that's a bit of a pain is all the odds and sods under here, but fortunately I've been really lax on collecting wood this year, so there isn't much under the solar panels. And then I might phone the marina if I haven't heard from them after lunch. It's not very far, and the thing is, it's like the only real tricky bit is getting up to the lock. So the only bit with a flow is getting up to the lock, and then from there it's easy, and I can still, if there's people on at the lock, I can radio ahead. Sorry, I'm looking at a spider building a massive web across. It's only a tiny spider warning, but building a massive web across the boat. I walked through a web the other day and I wonder if it was you. I'm so distracted. I slept crap again last night. Yeah. I'm going to go do the bins. I'm going to see if there's any lock keepers on. I'm going to find out what time they're finishing today. Because I definitely don't want to do that lock on my own with a busted engine. And then that can inform my decision about whether or not I set off on my own up to the marina, or whether I pester them some more to make sure that they get their tug out to escort me. I'm sure it would probably be fine. It just feels a bit risky.
Boop.
Hey, Newark Marina have just called to confirm that they're going to come and tow us up in about hour and a half. It's a bit scary, so I better do some water, get some water and get some more plants off the roof.
Boop.
Update, they're actually on their way to pick me up now. It's only about 10 minutes has passed, which is fine. I said it was alright. I'm just opening the back up and sorting everything out quickly. I've taken loads of tomato plants off and I've still got loads. I think this is the best option though, getting towed up, because I think Annie would work, but I think from a safety perspective it makes sense, but also from a legal perspective, because technically because we've been told by the RCR that we shouldn't run our engine, I think we'd be technically, if we had an issue, we'd be uninsured. So from like a perspective of like both legality, I don't know how that shakes out, but certainly from a perspective of like if something were to happen, that's why we have insurance. So yeah, fun. Really hope this doesn't affect my game of who loves me the most out of my potatoes, out of my tomatoes. The potatoes don't love me, they're dying. They're those little yellow ones there. Might do. Tomatoes might stop loving me. Don't know how much they love me already. Look at these guys though. It's already looking dense in here and I've only moved about half of them, if that. All hail Travis. Not sure if these are going to do anything more, but just noticed there's some tiny potatoes in there. Tiny taters! It's suddenly got very busy and I think I've just spotted my tug coming around, or tow coming around the corner. Christ, that's big, isn't it? So they got us through the bridge beautifully, but I'd left the big fender on the side and it got hooked off by the bridge. So they've just popped back to get mega fender back while I wait in the lock. Could be worse. In our temporary spot for the night, well, possibly not for the night, just waiting to find out whether or not they're going to leave us here for the night or they're going to put us essentially ready to go up in the crane in the morning. I like this spot though because my hatch is back on the right side, and look, cows. Apparently I need to take off everything off the roof, like even the cratch cover has to come off, because apparently that would just get decimated by the vehicle moving. So I can't even, I was planning on leaving the cratch cover on, leaving the plants in here, most of them, but I have to actually take most of them off, so that's fun. I don't think I've missed Emmie more ever in one single moment than I do right now.
Boop.
Can't believe we're going through this nonsense again. They moved us into the slings of the crane so that we were ready to be moved first thing in the morning. There's still much more stuff to go. Almost everything from outside is sorted. This is all bungee corded up around here. Hopefully that's okay. I'm going to take these off because it turns out that if you just pick these up, they come off. And that seems not that secure. And then I've just got the poles. Boat hook's fine. I think it will go in alright. Might have to take those off first. The real problem is our barge pole, because our barge pole is about a third of the length of the boat. And it didn't feel like I could secure it well enough. Just like that. Guess who grew these potatoes? I grew these potatoes. I'm just going to sit out here, have some food and enjoy this space while it's like this. When you see the water lines on these massive great big things, you kind of expect them to sit a bit deeper. It's surprising how shallow they sit. Also, Hotspur, cute as. Arsenal fan? No, I mean Tottenham fan. I think I'm pretty done, both physically and emotionally. But also, there's still a few bits that I can do. I still haven't sorted out a lot of the kitchen stuff, odds and ends. I still need to tape everything up. Probably I'll write a little list for the morning. I actually have left the poles on the roof because I feel like they're the thing that I'm going to trip over the most. So I'll put them in the morning. I need to tape up all the doors and the things, which I think I should probably also do in the morning. Just so I can still make myself coffee and that in the morning. But for now, I'm going to start putting things in safe places probably for about another half an hour. I don't think I can do much more. And then I'm going to reward myself with a beer and an ice cream and then to bed.
Boop.
Good morning, my pretties. Good morning. How are you all doing? You all okay? Sleep well? Everyone got enough moisture? Good. Well, it's about 6:45 in the morning. I actually slept all right last night. Pretty tired. I went to bed. I did a stupid though. Last night, while I was just going to bed, I was throwing a spider out of the window, and I threw the window out of the window.
No.
I've had a look outside and it's not super deep. So if I've got time, I'm going to go out there with my pole. I am tired. With my pole and attach my net to the bottom of it and just see if I can pick it up, because it doesn't look super deep out there, but I think it might be gone, which is annoying.
Boop.
That looks long.
A.S.Taylors, who transported our boat, specialise in boat moving amongst other things. They were recommended to us by Nationwide Narrowboat Sales, which is where we were taking the boat, because, as you'll see in a moment, the access to their yard is very tight.
Boop.
I'll get it down there, which looks real awkward. Well, would you look at all this destruction? Oh, there isn't any destruction. Absolutely nothing has fallen over. Nothing is out of place. Everything is exactly as I left it. It's been craned twice and has had an hour and a half journey up the road on the back of a truck. And there's no destruction whatsoever. Boat's relatively back together. Marina seems, it's not a marina, it's boatyard, I should say. But it seems nice enough. Everyone's friendly enough. Pete, who runs it, seems pretty sound. I'm just going to start doing a little bit of the lower paintwork that's gone a little bit crabby. I'm just going to scrape it off and red oxide it.
We'll be back in 2 weeks with boaty DIY and engine stuff. And if you'd like to see Stu making avocado toast and having opinions about it, keep watching this video. Thank you so much for watching this far. Hope you've enjoyed it and will join us again. Please subscribe if you haven't already.
Massive thank you as well to A.S.Taylor, Nationwide Narrowboats and Newark Marina for all their help and advice during this quite tricky time at the point of recording.
So, predictably, my gas has just run out while filming this. It's really annoying. And we're back. So here's my smashed arvo with poached egg and chilli. You'd pay a king's ransom for that in Shoreditch. Also, it's not smashed because that is an atrocious thing to do to a delicate little avocado. Slice it up nicely. Don't smash it. I have opinions on food.